today I want to talk to you about something super exciting. It's no secret that the TV Regent has always been a huge fan of Marvel, and judging from all the love you show in my videos, I'm pretty sure that we're on the same page. Having said that though, today's video is going to be extra special, just like when Deadpool announced his teaming up with Wolverine. I'm honoured and thrilled to talk about Marvel Future Fight, brought to you by Netmarble. They've got all kinds of Marvel superheroes, including your very own favourites such as Iron Man, Captain America, Black Widow, Spider-Man, and many others too. To cut a long story short, I'm going to be talking about these characters and their uniforms, especially the updates they're bringing in for their homecoming event. So buckle up because I've got loads of details to share. Right, so I'm obviously excited to talk about the uniforms and their updates, but first, let me give you a little taste of what Marvel Future Fight is all about. It's an RPG that allows you to play as your beloved Marvel superheroes and take on some of the most iconic supervillains. This is one of the most popular mobile games in the Marvel universe, and for good reason too. I mean, just look at the gameplay. It feels as if I'm actually inside a Marvel Studios film. Also, here's a fun fact. Marvel Future Fight has been around for 8 whole years. Yep, that means it came out in 2015, the same year we got Avengers Age of Ultron. So you might even say it's worthy enough to wield Mjolnir. This game's been going from strength to strength and is showing no signs of slowing down. So without further ado, let's talk about the good stuff. So you've got over 250 plus superheroes to choose from, and they all include the big guns. On top of that, you've got over 420 plus uniforms as well, with each of them being inspired by the film or comic versions of their characters. It doesn't just stop there either. There are updates to these characters and uniforms every month, so you'll always have something new to choose from. Now, each of these uniforms are going to have a unique appearance, as well as a unique performance skill corresponding to its respective uniform. It's kind of like a mix between the character's traits and the original production. Okay, so I know I'm sounding super fancy, like I'm Tony Stark or something, so let me break it down to give you a better understanding. Let's take Spider-Man as an example. I mean, I know you love him, so we'll go with that. I've read all the comments, okay? You obviously know that Peter Parker had a specific costume in Spider-Man Far From Home and a different one in Spider-Man No Way Home. The same way, Marvel Future Fight will have 2 separate uniforms for the same character, so it's kind of like playing dress-up, but with superheroes. This doesn't mean you just have to stick to one Spider-Man though. You can use as many uniforms as you want, as long as you obtain them in the game. Now, when it comes to the uniforms themselves, I was quite impressed to see how similar they were to the actual costumes in the movies. Of course, as I mentioned before, these uniforms are uniquely designed to serve their purpose in the game, and each one of them is tied to a specific performance skill. So, a Scarlet Witch in a uniform from one division won't have the same skill as a Scarlet Witch with a costume from Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So come to think of it actually, there was a similar situation in the film as well. I think I just had a Kamartaj moment there, didn't I? Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Just so you know, these characters aren't just limited to the movies either. I know you may well be a comic book fan as well, so you'll be thrilled to learn that characters like Green Goblin from the Red Goblin comics will also be available to use in the game. That's right, you can play using your favorite comic book characters in Marvel Future Fight, even if they don't have live action renditions. Sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? Remember, a lot of these character uniforms are inspired by actual scenes and events in the movies and comics, so the possibilities are endless. Like, this is literally your chance to become the hero you've always wanted to be. There's also the whole aspect of using moves and skills that are unique to each of the uniforms, which means that you can work with exclusive attacks. I mean, just think about it. You can use someone like Hulk from Thor Ragnarok using his weapons against Thanos from Avengers Infinity War. Now, with uniforms as good as these, you won't be able to help yourself but say, I want one. Oh yeah, and I also want to mention, the Marvel Future Fight has got Ultron from the What If series on Disney+. Yeah, I'm talking about the same guy who was able to travel through multiverses and take on the Watcher himself. Can you even imagine how deadly he's going to be in any kind of fight? Also, I've got to talk about their homecoming event that's happening on the 26th of April in celebration of their 8th anniversary. This is a birthday party that you do not want to miss, and it doesn't matter whether you played the game before or not. There are tons of rewards and goodies in store for the attendees of this party as well. Let me give you a little sneak peek, right? First of all, you can get 50% off on all uniforms with an additional 50% in bonus crystals provided. Now, this may already sound like a super sweet deal, but it does only get better, trust me. You'll be given a tier 3 superhero just by logging in during the homecoming party. Yeah, you heard that right. This is the price just for showing up. Also, let me give you some context. Marvel Future Fight's highest hero grade is tier 4, and you're already getting a tier 3 character for free, which would otherwise require a lot of playing time and resources. So yeah, it's a pretty big deal. Probably good enough to even make the Hulk smile. But it doesn't just end there though. On occasion of this anniversary, you'll also get to use a special coupon, 8 Years Party, which will instantly credit 300 crystals into your Marvel Future Fight account. Just a little heads up as well, since Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is going to be out in theaters on the 3rd of May, there's going to be an upcoming update in line with the release. Personally speaking, I'm a huge fan of this game as I've been playing it for quite a while. Whether it's the graphics, or the gameplay, or simply the fact that I can choose multiple uniforms for the same character, I was blown away by how engaging Marvel Future Fight actually is. Of course, if you want to know my personal favourites, then I'll go with Thor from Avengers Infinity War, Iron Man from Avengers Age of Ultron, and Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man No Way Home. Now that sounds perfectly balanced, as all things should be, doesn't it? So, how'd you get your hands on this game? Well, it's pretty simple. All you've got to do is go to the App Store or the Play Store and download it. But I've made life easier for you and included the link in my description as well. Once you get your hands on it, you won't be able to stop. Just look at Teenage Groot. What do you think he was playing in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2? Thank you so much for tuning into this video today, and I hope you'll enjoy playing Marvel Future Fight just as much as I do. I've added the links in my description, so make sure you check them out for instant access to Marvel Future Fight. Alright then, I'll see you next time on the TV Regent.